In all wisdom and insight, he has made known to us the mystery of his will in accord with his favor that he set forth in him as a plan for the fullness of times to sum up all things in Christ, in heaven and on earth. In today's first reading, which is taken from the beginning of Ephesians, we get some key concepts for a Christian view of the world, a Christian consciousness of salvation history. The first is that God has a plan, and that plan is made manifest in Christ. Christ brings the fulfillment of everything. Creation is brought to completion in Christ. We also say that Christ is the fullness of revelation because he reveals this plan of salvation and does so in a way that is effective. He makes it happen. And here's the kicker that we need to keep in mind. That plan is still being carried out. And it's through Christ that this is happening. In fact, this is what the life of the church is, extending salvation history into the present and into the future. And this is where our mission to share the good news comes from. Yet our ability to evangelize is rooted in our ability to see this story as not simply Jesus' story, but as our story as well, and to be able to articulate that to others. Now also today, we celebrate St. Teresa of Avila, the Carmelite mystic whose writings tell us about the beauty of contemplation and the intimacy with God that's possible in the spiritual life. Sometimes in this tumultuous world, it's important for us to stop and remember that God does have a plan. And sometimes when we consider our anxieties in the context of salvation history and our participation in it, and let ourselves enter into the mystery of God through Christ, maybe, just maybe, at least some of the things that cause great anxiety in our lives will not seem to be as big a deal as we may have once thought they were.